Retiring overseas sounds like a dream. Lower cost of living, warmer weather, beautiful beaches, slower pace, better quality of life. But before you sell everything and move abroad, you need to slow down. Because retiring overseas is not just a travel decision. It's a financial decision, a healthcare decision, a tax decision, and a lifestyle decision. Welcome to Quick Financial Concepts, where we help you make smarter financial decisions by asking the right questions first. Today, 5 questions to ask before retiring overseas. More retirees are considering living abroad because their retirement dollars may stretch further in some countries. But the lower-cost dream can quickly become complicated if you don't understand the rules. You need to think about healthcare, visas, taxes, Social Security, banking, currency exchange, housing, and what happens if you need to return home. So before retiring overseas, ask these 5 questions. Question number 1. Can I legally stay long-term? The first question is simple, but many people overlook it. Can I legally stay in that country long-term? Visiting a country for a few weeks is very different from living there permanently. Many countries have rules around retirement visas, minimum monthly income, proof of savings, health insurance requirements, background checks, passport validity, and renewals and residency rules. The U.S. State Department recommends reviewing visa requirements, finances, healthcare, and obligations before retiring abroad. So before you fall in love with a destination, ask, can I actually live there legally, and what will it cost me to maintain that status? Because the dream doesn't work if the paperwork doesn't work. Question number 2. How will healthcare work? This may be the most important question. Healthcare abroad can be cheaper in some countries, but that does not mean it is automatically simple. Ask yourself, will I need private international health insurance? Are local hospitals high quality? Are doctors accessible? Are prescriptions available? What happens in an emergency? Will I need medical evacuation coverage? And here's a major point for U.S. retirees. Medicare usually does not cover healthcare outside the United States, except in limited situations. That means if your retirement plan assumes Medicare will follow you overseas, you need to rethink that plan. You may still choose to keep Medicare if you expect to return to the U.S., but you need to understand what it does and does not cover while you're abroad. Healthcare is not the place to guess. Question number 3. Will my retirement income still work overseas? Next, ask whether your income will actually support your life abroad. Your retirement income may come from Social Security, pensions, 401ks, IRAs, brokerage accounts, rental income, or annuities. Social Security benefits can often be received while living in many foreign countries, but rules can vary depending on citizenship status and destination country. The Social Security Administration has a payments abroad screening tool to check whether payments can continue. Also think about currency risk. If your income is in US dollars, but your expenses are in another currency, exchange rates can change your lifestyle. A country may look affordable today, but if the dollar weakens, your rent, food, and healthcare could effectively become more expensive. So ask, will my income still work if exchange rates move against me? Question number 4. What are the tax consequences? This is where many people get surprised. Moving overseas does not automatically end your U.S. tax obligations. If you are a U.S. citizen or resident alien, the IRS generally requires you to report worldwide income, even if you live abroad. That means you may still need to file a U.S. tax return. And depending on where you live, you may also have tax obligations in your new country. You need to understand U.S. tax filing requirements, local foreign taxes, tax treaties, foreign bank account reporting, retirement account withdrawals, pension taxation, and capital gains rules. This is not something to figure out after you move. Before retiring overseas, ask, do I understand both the U.S. tax rules and the tax rules in the country where I want to live? If not, talk to a tax professional who understands expat tax issues. Question number 5. Do I have an exit plan? This question is not negative, it's smart. Ask yourself, what happens if this doesn't work? You may love the country during vacation, but living there full-time is different. You need to think about family emergencies, political instability, healthcare changes, currency changes, loneliness, language barriers, rising costs, and returning to the US. Do you still have a home base? Can you afford to move back? Will you keep some savings in US accounts? Will you rent before buying property? That last one is important. Renting first gives you flexibility before locking yourself into a foreign real estate market you may not fully understand. Your exit plan protects your freedom. Retiring overseas can be an incredible experience. It can offer adventure, lower costs, better weather, and a completely new lifestyle. But it can also create serious financial and personal challenges if you don't plan carefully. Before retiring overseas, ask 1. Can I legally stay long-term? 2. How will healthcare work? 3. Will my retirement income still work overseas? 4. What are the tax consequences? 5. Do I have an exit plan? Because the goal isn't just to retire somewhere beautiful. The goal is to retire somewhere sustainable. If this episode helped you think more clearly about retiring overseas, subscribe to Quick Financial Concepts. We break down real financial decisions so you can avoid costly mistakes and make smarter money moves. And remember, a dream retirement still needs a practical plan.